Yo everyone, we're back at it again. We're journeying from Florida State to New Jersey, about 1,200 miles to our destination. This is one of the easiest way to commute. Actually, I mean, some might argue that, bro, you're wrong. The frequency and the amount of stops that you have to do is insane. But actually, I've done this trip several times actually, and what I've come to realize is it's actually easier to use the electric vehicle as compared to the gas vehicle. I did this not too long ago with a gas vehicle, and drove pretty much straight nonstop. It's about 17, 18 hours. And with electric vehicle, it's going to take a little bit longer. But what I've realized is usually when I get to my destination, I'm a lot more refreshed. I don't feel as tired. Because with the gas vehicle, it's almost like it's so quick, it's so fast when you refuel. You are sitting for a lot longer, like a long time, especially if you're trying to do it nonstop. Very short drive or very short commute, which is doable. But I mean, right now there's no electric vehicle that will be able to cover 1,000 miles or 1,200 miles. Not even a gas vehicle, without necessarily stopping to charge. And so, but it is actually pretty nice. I mean, the vehicle is quick when it comes to your merge, your speed, the get up and go, scoot. Quick is fast. So I've been driving for a while now. I started the journey around 6:30 this morning. Right now it's like 11:22. And I'm so far averaging about 257 watt hour per mile. Not too bad. It's been great, smooth. It's kind of terrible because I'm going from a sunny state to into the cold weather, because it's beginning to get cold in Jersey. So yeah, I have property both in Jersey and then in Florida. So I tend to commute back and forth between the two locations, but it's not too bad. It's actually fun when you're driving down. You get the time to think about stuff. Come up with game plans, come up with new ideas. When I first got the Tesla, this is the Model 3 that I'm driving. When I first got this vehicle, this was the first one that I got. The range anxiety was real. It was you tried to retune or reprogram your mind in terms of how the commute is going to be. Would you be able to make it? Would you be able to go back and forth? What is the what is like, how is it going to be? Where am I going to find a charge? What is the comfort level? Would it be a bad move? But I can tell you, it hasn't been a bad move. It wasn't a bad move. I would actually encourage everyone, if you can go electric, you can do that. But it's not for everyone actually. So, but for the most, yes. Now, what I've also come to learn is all the other car companies that are making the electric vehicles is actually on the right course. They're very good when it comes to local driving, city driving around town, short trips. I mean, when I say short trips, I'm talking about maybe 100 miles, which is not necessarily short, but those vehicles will be able to get you from your start point to the end point. But then when you have to travel, like driving from Florida to Jersey, which is about 1,000. Like, depends on which section of Jersey you're going. Between my two properties, I'm looking about 1,200 miles. You'd be better off with a Tesla, only because the charging network is great. It significantly reduces your range anxiety, and so it makes me kind of always want to encourage people to get a Tesla, only because of that. If you're going to commute long journeys, that is the brand to utilize. Now, starting next year, things are going to change. All the other car manufacturers will be able to utilize, a lot of the Tesla charging network. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And so that, I'm sure, will definitely cut back on the anxiety of, where am I going to charge? Where would I get a place to stop and recharge? So, that will really step up the game in terms of the things that Tesla has to offer. Because then, the question now becomes, what is now preventing me from buying a VW, a Toyota, a Honda, a Chevy, any of the other brands? Because now I can go pretty much about the same distance as a Tesla would, and not worry about broken down charging networks or charging stations. So, I guess we just have to wait and see how things are going to play out. Now, I know Tesla has considered all of that into an account before opening up the charging network into, to everybody else. So I'm sure they will implement certain things to I guess help with individuals who've already or to keep the ones who've already bought into the Tesla network to stay in the Tesla network. I like it because of the technology. The vehicles keep getting better over time. There were certain features when I originally purchased the vehicle were not available. Certain look in terms of like the display and the behavior of the vehicle, and now is changed significantly. Actually, my vehicle is running on the latest software, so at slow speed around city driving, you can now see vehicles that are parked with your doors open, which wasn't there when I first bought the vehicle. So you can only imagine the direction that Tesla is going with their software, and that's one of the things that I appreciate about this, because I have a pickup truck. I have a Honda Ridgeline, and my son always teases me. He's like, "Dad, your truck is 2021, but the head unit looks like it came from 1996. Like, why is that?" So, and you can't. I can't go back to the manufacturer and say, "Oh, the manufacturer cannot send over-the-air update and then change the entire look of it." Maybe they could, or maybe they can, but I don't think they're gonna do it. Nor is that Android-based head unit have the capacity to handle that much of an update. Already is pretty slow. So if anybody has a Ridgeline and they are trying to run Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, it's not the best experience. I drive a lot. I bought that vehicle 2021. Right now, I have about 106,000 miles on it. So when it comes to people requesting for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay is nice. I personally wouldn't want it on my Tesla because it just doesn't work right. It's too buggy. The other problem with the that platform is your phone is handling some of the logic. The head unit is also trying to display and then run some other logic, and I'm sure those head units they don't have the RAM or the CPU or GPU or whatever it is to handle that much of multitasking, especially when you have it running for long durations. Sometimes the audio is cutting in and out. I've never experienced it. Nobody's ever complained when I'm in the Tesla with the audio or the nav, because again, it's not doing so much. The phone is running separate from the head unit of the car in the Tesla. Everything is running independent. So why blend, everything? To me, I think this route is better. Don't bring Android Auto or Apple CarPlay into the Tesla platform. Don't even make it an option. I know people are going to challenge me about that, but I think is not the greatest way to go. Now, I would say what maybe other automakers could think of would be, kind of like the Polestar, just have a dedicated Android base head unit that runs with Google natively without having to run your phone through the interface. Have it run on a network, and you don't have to tether or connect or wirelessly connect your phone to NAT. That I think is a recipe for disaster. There's too many. The phones are getting updated faster than the head units are getting updated, and so yeah, I don't buy it. I wouldn't recommend it. Rivian is going, with their own platform, and I'm not sure if they're gonna allow that. I don't know. Maybe somebody can share some light on that. But I wouldn't recommend that. I think every automaker should stick with that platform, and just if they're gonna make their own system, just make it great. I think that's the key. That's the bottom line. Tesla's the operating system is great. The way it calculates where you need to charge, where you need to go, issues with the charging stalls, updates, everything is handled on the locally on the vehicle. It has a connection between the service and back and forth, but it's not running anything through your car. Through your phone. Sorry, if it was running through your car, that would be a problem. So yeah. I think the one of the nice things about driving this long of a distance, a long of a journey in an electric vehicle is I don't have to worry about arriving and my vehicle will be due for an oil change. Nothing like that. I don't have to schedule for the next oil change service. So I can make 5 trips back and forth from Jersey to Florida, and I wouldn't be stressing about like oil changes, which is something that I have to worry about when I take a trip like this in my Ridgeline or in any gas vehicle, right? You do 2 trips back and forth. That's like 2,400 miles, almost like 3,000 miles, which is very close to half your duration of your typical or standard oil changes, which is about between 5,000 to 7,000, right? So then you have to take it in, get the oil change, and you have all this other stuff that needs to be done to it. So I think that those are some of the things that make that drives the point home when you consider electric vehicle. The service intervals, the PMs and stuff. But there's still basic things that you have to also do on an electric vehicle. You can't just ignore the vehicle and just keep driving it. There's minimum things, but you have to check your tire pressure, your lug nuts, just to make sure that nothing falls off. windshield fluid, you know, the stuff like that. I think those are still things that you have to look at. But this journey is nice. I mean, right now I'm at 246 watt hour per mile. Doing the speed limit. I'm not hypermiling by any means, but it's been going smooth. And you know, I'll see you on the next charging station for another rant. All right, take it easy. See you on the next one.